They closed the forest. Officially, it was because of landslide risk, unstable ravines, dangerous wildlife behavior. Unofficially, no one wanted to say the words predator intelligence out loud. Roadblocks went up along access points, trailheads were chained shut, rangers rotated in pairs, armed now, radios always open. Drones were deployed over the canopy, their cameras feeding thermal data back to command trailers parked miles away. The drones picked up heat. Not animal heat. Too tall, too narrow, too still. The footage showed shapes standing upright beneath the trees, unmoving for hours at a time. When the drones descended, the shapes vanished, slipping under roots, folding into shadows, climbing into the canopy where leaves hid them completely. Then, the drones started disappearing. One returned coated in blood that wasn't its own. They shut the program down. 3 days after Lena was admitted, a ranger went missing. He'd been part of the night rotation, experienced, ex-military, armed with a rifle and sidearm. His partner reported hearing footsteps moving parallel to their patrol, then his name whispered from the dark. When the partner turned, the man was gone. They found his boots in the road, still laced, still warm. His body was never recovered. At the hospital, Lena's condition worsened. Infection set into the deeper wounds along her back, where muscle had been peeled away. Nerves were severed. She would never fully regain control of her left leg. The painkillers dulled the agony but did nothing for the nightmares. Every time she closed her eyes, she heard breathing. Slow, patient, close. She began screaming whenever the lights dimmed. Doctors attributed it to trauma. They were wrong. On the 4th night, a nurse disappeared. Security footage showed her entering Lena's room at 2:13 a.m. The hallway lights flickered. For exactly 9 seconds, the camera feed distorted, static rolling across the screen like something passing too close. When the image stabilized, the room was empty. The bedsheets were shredded. Blood coated the walls in long vertical streaks as though something had lifted the nurse and dragged her upward. The window was open. On the outside sill, handprints, too long, too thin, pressed into the condensation. The hospital went into lockdown. Federal authorities arrived before sunrise. They interviewed Lena for 6 hours. She told them everything. How it watched, how it followed patterns, how it learned voices, how it never rushed unless it knew it would win. One of the men, a pale woman with a badge Lena didn't recognize, asked quietly, "Did it ever hesitate?" Lena thought of Evan's scream, of Marcus's face folding inward, of Caleb's voice calling her from the trees. "No," she said, "it just waited." That afternoon, a family hiking along a closed trail boundary disappeared. 2 parents, 1 child. Their car was found abandoned, doors open, backpacks untouched. Blood streaked the road. The governor authorized lethal response. They brought in soldiers. Night vision units moved through the forest in coordinated sweeps. Thermal imaging tracked heat signatures converging, splitting, reforming. The first engagement happened at 0200 hours. A squad reported visual contact with multiple entities, at least 5, pale, tall, moving on all fours and upright interchangeably, resistant to small arms fire, capable of climbing trees faster than trained personnel. Then, the transmission broke into screaming. By dawn, only 1 soldier returned. He walked out of the forest barefoot, uniform torn to rags, eyes glassy. He had bitten off 2 of his own fingers. "They wear us," he whispered, before collapsing. "They practice." He died before sunrise. The forest went quiet again. Too quiet. Lena knew what that meant. It was learning outside now.
She felt it the night it came back for her. The hospital room smelled wrong, sweet rot beneath antiseptic. The lights dimmed without flickering. The machines continued to beep steadily, oblivious. Then, the breathing started. Lena's eyes snapped open. The window was open again. Something unfolded itself from the darkness, limbs lowering silently, body flowing inward like liquid muscle. It stood at the foot of her bed, too tall for the room, head cocked. It wore a face. Not its own. Caleb's. The skin was wrong, stretched, uneven, mouth split too wide, but the features were unmistakable. His voice came out broken, layered with others. "Lena, you left me." She screamed. The creature lunged. Armed guards burst in, weapons firing. Bullets tore through the thing's torso, ripping chunks free, splattering the walls with pale tissue and black blood. It shrieked, not in pain, but in frustration. Then it retreated through the window, folding impossibly to fit, leaving behind long claw marks carved deep into concrete. Lena blacked out. By morning, the decision was made. She was relocated. No records, no visitors, no windows. They moved her underground. And still, deep in the Pacific Northwest, the forest breathed. Something had learned how to leave.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to smash that like button or go to our YouTube channel to hear the complete story at Storytellers Drive-Thru.